Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to session number 2 of the Versumi Tales campaign that we're currently playing. I will go ahead and let everybody do their introductions. So, guess start from the top of the list like normal. Which I guess would be chess.
Just one moment.
Okay.
Hi. I'm Chess. I am playing Nuts 44, the resident Tempest cleric, criminal.
Alrighty. Gunner?
All right then. Clear my throat. Hello, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. This is Gunner once again, and with you with the dungeon, whatever this group is going to be called.
Yeah, we don't actually have a. Unlike the last one, we don't actually have a name for the group, so.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Right.
Anyway, I'll be playing. Anyway, for this session, I'll still be playing Donovan Fluffles, the Felinus Rogue. Currently he is split. Currently he is split from the party, dealing with his ex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of his exes anyway.
One of his exes, yeah.
This cat, despite his size and his stature, gets around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Hey everyone, this is Cat5 Gaming, coming at you with a new mic and headset, which hopefully sounds better now.
Sounds good.
So I'm continuing to play my signature character, Katreya, who's a Simic hybrid in this game. A very traumatized fighter with some magical stuff going on.
A little. I mean, everyone needs a little bit of trauma.
Everyone needs a little bit.
Everyone needs a little bit of trauma, right? Okay.
Is it my go?
Yes.
Yep.
Rintonero, aka Enemigo Diablo. And I'm playing Rin Matrix. I just have to bring up character sheet again.
Mm-hmm.
A Mahalika Artificer Alchemist. She's in it for exploring and seeing what can go boom. I mean, isn't that what we're all in it for?
Mm-hmm. You sound like you're a little far from your mic, by the way.
I don't know if I'm not about honestly. I might have it tuned down in volume a bit. My side I was blowing in at your eardrums.
Alright.
That's the only thing that's going to be blown out.
Right. Alrighty. Well, I am Serene, the Dungeon Master. Resident VTuber. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get to it. So last session, you all made it to the city of Netu, which lies within the Desert of Illusions. A spot that is, I want to say it's, I don't know where, I don't really know how to describe it in a way that would mean anything. Because I'd be like, yeah, it's to the northwest of Daimondo. But if you don't know where Daimondo is, then how would you know where? Anyway. Sorry, I don't know. It's like all of a sudden my throat was just like weird. But anyway, so you arrived here via caravan. A caravan which got attacked by a group of bandits. At least that's what you remember. The battle, that something weird happened, and like the battle just suddenly ended, as if like time had skipped or something. And then you know, continued on your way, arrived here in the city of Netu. It is a felinus city that has, it is a city comprised mostly of felinus. You did meet the Dowager Felicity when you arrived, along with her 5 children. I believe it was 3 daughters and 2 sons. I still forget that. Say again?
Yeah, it was 3 daughters, 2 sons.
3 daughters, 2 sons. Yeah. So the main reason that I don't remember that a lot, for those watching, you know, and because the players know this, but each of the players here has an influence on various aspects of the campaign, and Gunnar helped me devise or design, or whatever the right word would be, the felinus to a degree, mostly, you know, Felicity and her children, and so that was neat. But because they're not something that I have known for years upon end, like everything else,
You're
I
still
tend
getting
to,
used to it.
yeah, I'm still getting used to it. So, but yeah, you arrived in Netu. You spent the remainder of your day kind of wandering around and exploring. Some of you stopped in the Hero's Tail Inn, once again spelled Tail, as in a cat's tail, because, you know, puns. But some of you stayed at the Hero's Tail Inn, where you were able to, you know, rest. Some of you moved further into the city, saw a little bit more. You did stop at an inn, which actually I'm realizing was this building, not the purple building, because the blue is the residential and like trade district. The purple is the Knob Hill, if you will, the very rich district.
Snob.
Stop
So,
Hill.
but that's why,
Not-
you know, that's why, if you notice, this area has the same color as the castle, because this is all like the rich people district, along with the castle, and then the blue is all of the like normal people. And then there's this tiny little district over here that's in kind of like a darkish green. And then there's this like slightly darkish kind of reddish district. And then way at the bottom is this like, I want to say turquoise district, but I don't know what color that actually is. So,
Just
Um,
like to say right now, if there's a Felinus named Nazim who asks me if I get up to the Purple District often, I'm killing him.
Yeah. Turn it into a sweet roll.
say that again?
No, of course you don't.
We're going to turn him into a sweet roll.
Aha.
That seems
What am I
appropriate.
saying? Of course you don't.
But yeah. Other than that, like I said, you guys, you all stopped and rested for the night. The morning comes of the next day, and your group is, currently spread out. So, let's see. Those of you, which it looks like are Ren and Isla, those of you that are in the Hero's Tale Inn,
Mhm.
when you wake up and leave your room, you find that the inn is rather empty. There don't seem to be any patrons. The owner, the two Felinus that were, running the establishment, and were kind of sitting off to the one side, watching everything, helping people out. The day before, both of them are missing. Shema, or Shamin, who was originally sitting on this one, I don't want to say a pillow, but he had this little, podium thing that he sat on. And he's not there at all. Shema was the previous day running around serving as sort of like a waitress type thing, when she wasn't dancing, and she doesn't seem to be there either.
Did we oversleep or something?
Say that one more time.
Did we oversleep or something?
Did you oversleep? Sorry, I'm getting used to the Australian accent, so. Let's see.
Kayla does comment. Almost looks like a ghost town in here.
Why don't you go ahead and roll some perception checks?
Second.
Oh, whoops, I don't have my file open. I need to get that.
You and me both.
DM info. Here it is. I think this is the right one. Yes. No. That is very much not the right one.
Yeah.
I have so many DM info files, I don't know which one I'm actually using.
Yeah. Most of the was like perception one are still D20s, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a
Right.
D20 plus your
Mod.
perception, which is wisdom.
23 for Ayla.
23 for Ayla. Alright.
And I got 22.
22 for Rin. Good, good. Okay, yes, I have the right file open now. Because I see Nuts, Dawn, Katreya, Rin.
Okay, here we go.
So, the two of you look around, trying to, see what you can see, listen for what you can hear, that sort of thing. Perceive what you can perceive, if you will. Um, the whole inn is dead silent. You hear neither the you hear neither the speech of patrons or owners. You smell not the scent of food being cooked. There is absolutely nobody here, and absolutely nothing being done here.
I have a very, very bad feeling about this.
Mhm.
Here's everybody.
Mhm.
Something's off here. Let's see.
Well, I'm not the same inn as they are, so.
Right. No, you and Kat
Yep.
are in the in further kind of north. And I'll get to the two of you in a minute too. So but yeah, so what do Rin and Isla do?
Well, it was just going to just check around in the back to see if she finds anyone.
Alright.
Yeah. Rin's gonna check upstairs, see if anybody's still here.
Okay. So checking the back, everything is as it was yesterday. It doesn't even look as though anybody has been here during the nighttime. There's been no prep work done for, serving dishes for the morning. Food, the food stocks are still the same as they were the previous day. It for it looks as though nothing has been done during the night. As far as checking the upstairs and other rooms of the inn, when you arrive back upstairs, a strange feeling of dread comes over you.
Oh, crapsicles.
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. D20 plus modifier?
Yes, d20 plus your modifier. And I don't remember if you have proficiency, so... 12, okay.
I have a plus 2 proficiency bonus, so
Okay.
I think that should be a 14 then.
Yes, I
So-
think that should push you up to a 14. Let me, since you're still new, let me go ahead and I forgot to open up your sheet so I could actually, help you
Yeah.
with that. Let's see. Okay, so you have proficiency in Constitution and Intelligence saves. So you don't have
Yeah.
proficiency in Wisdom saves. So
Okay, so it's just a base 12 then.
yeah, that would just be a 12. If you're still using the same sheet that I sent you,
Yeah.
you'll see the little dot that's next to Constitution and Intelligence.
Yeah.
Those dots indicate that you have proficiency, and the proficiency bonus has already been added into the number. So,
Right.
like, your constitution is a +5, and that's the +3 from your con and the +2 to your proficiency. So,
Right.
all right. So that's so it is a 12. And that said, since that is a 12, let's see. So, a feeling of intense dread washes over you. You find yourself staring down the hallway, and it's almost like the hallway begins to stretch out and become longer and longer. Your vision begins to grow dark. And then you see this strange, trying to think of how best to describe it. You see this burst of flame. It just erupts straight out of the ground in front of you. The fire is only there for, just about a second. And when it vanishes, there doesn't seem to be any residual damage done. If that makes sense. Like, you don't see any scorch marks or anything like that. But you see this.
What am I, hallucinating?
Let's do that again.
What am I, hallucinating?
So, but yeah.
Feels appropriate.
So that's what you see when you get up to the upstairs. Even after the burst of flame, you continue to get this feeling of intense dread and fear. When you attempt to even take a step forward down the hall, it's almost like your entire body works against you and resists moving any further.
This does not sound good. Oh, gosh. What the hell is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
I have to wonder what the hell is going on here.
Right. That's the question. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. You could attempt to go further down the hall. You could obviously turn around and go back. You know.
Considering the type that I've done in the lab, I'm nothing else. I'm going back downstairs.
Going back downstairs? Alrighty. The two of you reconvene back downstairs.
Oh, what'd you see?
You don't want to know.
Okay, that just makes you want to know more.
That's right.
It's the only thing you'd think I was thrown in a loony bin for by hallucinating it. Was
Oh, you got into some bad catnip. What else is in it?
well, really bad catnip to get a feeling of immense dread Say price go up in flames, and then there's no evidence of anything happening at all.
No, there didn't seem to be any evidence of anything else going on. So,
Yeah, it was a rhetorical question. But it's like, staying in this place no longer.
Oh, but funny. I'm in a child's body, yet you're the one acting like a baby.
You got nowhere to hold, nowhere to burn, nowhere to walk away, and nowhere to run.
right.
Let's go see what's giving you the spooks then. Come on, mommy will hold your hand.
All right. So, let's see. Ayla wants to head up the stairs then?
Yep.
All
And
right.
just for good measure, she just taps the lantern on her hip. Hey, buddy, wake the hell up. And anyone looking, they'll just see if he's actually looking, they'll see like a purple light. They'll like see a purple light from the lantern. What the fuck is it? What do you? I was having a lovely dream. And then her lantern is a pixie. Because as far as children get the freaking sprite familiar feature.
Yep.
And I just like Mercury as a familiar, and I'm fine with keeping Mercury as a familiar.
Right. So go ahead and make a wisdom save when you get up the stairs there.
Oh, just regular save throw there. That would be a synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20? Wow. Alright.
He's a druid.
You arrive at the top of the stairs. You arrive at the top of the stairs, and you begin to walk down the hallway. You have this intense feeling of dread, but beyond that, nothing seems to, immediately jump out at you, if you will. Let's see. As you make your way down the hall and start checking the different rooms, you quickly come to realize that all of the inn patrons from last night that you know were there, they're not there anymore.
Okay. Yeah. He would just freaking. Yeah, fuckers are just disappearing left and right here. Yet we're still here.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody start a party we don't know about?
No, my boss would have been at it. Little freak.
What is it, like church day or something?
No, that's even less likely here.
Right. After a thorough examination of the inn, you can definitely confirm that there is absolutely nobody here.
Well, on the bright side, free night.
Is there anything that's left over, like food or
Yeah.
a pipe that someone was smoking? Anything?
For
I'm checking for
remains
like
from,
how long
yesterday.
ago people disappeared, basically.
No, it looks like Everything looks the way that it did last night, basically.
So there's nothing new or changed.
Right. Nothing new, nothing changed. Like I said about the back room there, all of that was still like stocked the same as it had been the previous night. It doesn't look like any food had been prepped for the next morning or anything. It looks like just in the middle of the night, everybody just was gone, kind of thing. So,
Either walked out or disappeared.
right.
Unfortunately, I'm not 3rd level yet, so I can't tell if it was magical.
Right.
Right now, I can just guess.
Right. Yeah, you're still over at the other inn, so.
There aren't any like obvious tracks or scuffs or anything.
No, nothing. Nothing that seems to indicate any kind of foul play. No indication that like anything bad happened. So.
Well, we should probably go meet up with the others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's better before we disappear too.
Maybe there's some kind of extra dimensional bake sale everyone went to.
Right. So let's see. So your group, I assume, is heading out of the inn now.
Yeah, let's go make a point to raid the pantry.
Right. All right. Let's see. So when you step out of the inn, let's see how best to describe. So the day before, there had been a merchant, a couple of merchants, along with one Felinus that was sitting on like a carpet, playing a flute to a snake. When you step out of the Hero's Tale Inn, the first thing that you notice is that the one stall that had been being run by a human, it's completely burnt up. It looks as though it had collapsed, and then a fire had ignited, and burnt a lot of like the wood and the merchandise and things like that. It does look as though someone managed to put the fire out, because it didn't burn completely down. But there are very clear like burn scorch marks. Looking further around the plaza that you're in, you notice that there seem to be several large scorch marks all around the ground here of the plaza. You also notice that there seem to be no guards on duty.
Hey, seriously, where the fuck is everyone?
Right? Oh, wait. Are you... Are you down here with them? Because your token's up here, Cat. Up in the other end.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just got confused. I was like, wait a minute, because this is Rin and Isla, and then Cat and Nuts are up there. So, speaking of Cat and Nuts, by the way, the two of you, wake in your room. As the two of you, begin to stir in your room, you feel how would be the best way to describe it? This sensation washes over you. I want both of you to make me charisma saving throws.
A charisma saving throw.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. What is my charisma save? The answer is not great.
Let me look mine too. You be my phone though.
Hmm?
There it is.
Oh,
I used my
dice.
phone for my. I needed my charisma save modifier. Oh. Yeah, let me. 19.
19?
I got an 11.
Oof. Alright. So, Nuts.
Oh.
You feel this sensation wash over you. It's almost like for a moment you hear these dark, deep, echoey whispers in your head. The whispers only last for but a moment. But as you turn to look towards Cat, you notice that Katreya now has this completely blank stare on her face.
Nuts would just walk up to Cat and like snap twice, maybe, right of her face. The Katreya. World to Katreya.
Do I react at all to this?
So your reaction to this, I would say you don't have so much a reaction to him as much as it is that your body starts moving on its own. Your body turns and just begins walking, right out of the room, down the stairs and straight out of the inn.
Hmm. Ah,
Heck.
a little concerning.
Right. Unfortunately, an 11 was not high enough, as you may
I
have
didn't think it would
gathered.
be, to be honest.
Right. So what is Nuts going to do about this?
Can I roll to see if I can restrain Cat?
Sure. Go ahead
Okay, I'm
and
just
make
going for a
a.
walk.
Hmm?
It's okay, I'm just going for a walk.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
A contested.
Hmm?
Contested.
Yeah, it'll be contested by. Um, I guess it would be either strength or dex, either one for Cat.
If you made it strength, I had no chance. If you make it dex, I have a chance.
Right. All right, an 8 for Nuts.
Let's see, I'm gonna... It's just slash roll, right?
Yeah, that's one way you can do it. Is just slash roll and then D20 plus whatever. You can also
Right.
use the square brackets, which are I can't type that into map tools. It's like this.
Oh, the square brackets probably look better.
Yeah, the square brackets do look better. So I
feel
think that's what
miserable now.
everybody else was doing. So
Yeah, I'm gonna use the square brackets. That looks better.
yeah. Well, so it's a Nuts has an 8, and Cat has a 6.
Great. I did not think I'd win that at all.
Fortunately, I rolled horribly.
rolled low, yeah. So, Nuts lunges forth and attempts to grab hold of Ketrea. Unfortunately, he lunges forward. He like gets an arm around, and at the same moment that he's kind of putting an arm around Ketrea, Ketrea's kind of like shifting in just the right way that it kind of knocks Nut's arm back a bit. It's this really awkward looking dance between the two of you as you're both fumbling over, you know, you're Nuts trying to grab, Cat trying to like escape. Let's see. Go ahead. Give me another charisma save, Cat.
Okay. This time I'm gonna try it with the brackets. That was just... How does it go again? It's like bracket D20 plus something?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Square bracket, then D20 plus whatever.
What was
and
my
then end
charisma save
bracket.
again? Oh yeah. Terrible. Let's see. Okay.
There you go. 3.
Oh my god.
That's not great.
It's not great, no. Let's see. Let's see. How do I want to how do I want to kind of describe this? So Nuts manages to get a grip on Cat. Kind of holds her back. And when he does, Katrea's mouth opens and lets out this horrific, echoing screech noise. Go ahead. Go ahead and make me a Constitution save on Nuts.
That is a 17.
It is a 17. Okay. The noise pierces your ears, and sends your brain, running a mile a minute. Your, positronic brain, or however you want to describe it. Despite that, though, you manage to, keep your grip on her and, hold her back. And then her whole body just goes completely limp.
Well, at least it'll be easier to deal with you now. Nuts just kind of hoists her over his shoulder and kind of just like walks out, trying to find the other two of the cast that he's part of.
Alrighty. So before we get to the other two, there is one other player in this, and that is Donald Fluffles, I believe you said was his full name.
Donovan.
Donovan, right. Donovan. Donovan, not Donald. Sorry, I have a Donald. Donovan. I have a Donald in my family, but we call him Don, and so that's immediately the first thing that comes to mind.
That's pretty understandable.
So
But is he the Don?
So there is one other player in this, and that is a certain Donovan Fluffles. So for the rest of you, because only Gunnar knows about what's going on with his character, last night, Donovan had been put in charge of all 5 of his children.
This one I'd barely. Nudge, nudge.
I mean, they're all on one hand, they're all teenagers. On the other
Right.
hand, they're all teenagers.
Right.
Good news, bad news.
So Donovan has been put in charge of all 5 of his children for now.
I'm so sorry.
And so Donovan had been given a room in the castle where he and the kids were able to, stay for the night under command of the Dowager Felicity, that come morning, Don and the children were to head out, head out at first light kind of thing, because Felicity wanted to, she's been raising 5 kids on her own for the last, 5 years, or not 5 years. Yes, 5-6 years ish. I messed up my own timeline there for a second. But yeah, she's been raising, her kids basically on her own for the last 6 years. And so she wanted to let, the father take over for a bit. So Don and his 5 children all they awaken in the morning, make their way through the castle. One of the guards actually leads them, to the entrance. The moment the gates open, Don is greeted by a horrific sight. A massive flaming elemental dances in front of the castle. Not quite that big. But, yeah, a massive flaming elemental. And when I say massive, I'm talking like this thing is as tall as like the gate, the walls and the gate here kind of thing. It is a ginormous flame. Looking around, Don sees no sign of guards. Sees no sign of people. The only thing in the immediate vicinity is this giant dancing flame.
Huh. You kids seeing this? You kids seeing this, or did your mother slip me something?
One of the kids respond, or maybe even all of the kids, respond in a panic because they absolutely are seeing this giant flame in front of them. So
Okay, then it's not. Okay, then it's not just me then.
it is definitely not just you, no.
All right, here's what you're gonna do for Daddy. We're gonna very calmly try and sneak around it. Because obviously, we're the only ones who see this thing for some reason. And I would rather not have to fight this thing. Especially not knowing any of your strengths.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. That is not a d20. Rolling that is not going to help me at all. That's better. Yeah, I kind of need to roll a d20 for a d20 roll,
Yep.
In my defense,
It makes sense.
in my defense, d20s and d12s look very similar.
21.
21, nice. All right. The flaming elemental continues to dance in the middle of, I guess it would be the courtyard or the gate plaza or whatever you want to call it. But the fire elemental continues to dance, in the area. You and the children find a way to kind of get around, and you get to the gate and are, ushering the kids through the gate, kind of keeping an eye on the elemental. While the kids are scurrying through the gate, you do notice the elemental does turn and look directly at you, but it even after looking at you for a solid moment, it just continues to, twirl and dance. It doesn't seem as though it has any interest in you at all, honestly.
We take those victories.
Right.
All right, kids, just keep moving.
Nothing to see here. Just pretend it's not there.
Right. You manage to make your way out of the palace and begin wandering down towards the center of town. On the other side, with Ayla and Rin over here,
No, bye.
so the two of you have left the inn at this point. What are you two doing now that you have had a chance to, look around the area?
Hmm. I don't know about you, but I do believe this place is cursed.
There definitely seems to be something going on. Remember, of course, that your characters have no idea what's going on with the other two. So... with the other two groups, I should say. Do you want to... I mean, you know that the others went further into the city yesterday. Do you want to head down that way and, look for them kind of thing?
Well, but even more than we already got right now.
Say that again?
Oh, actually, I just realised, am I tempting fate saying it can't hurt to go and check on them? And say, do I want to test fate or not?
That is up to you. I can only give suggestions. I can't tell you what to do.
Well, either do you want to test fate and see what's going on with the others?
Might as well. Got no one else to fucking talk to around here besides you and Mercury here. I heard that.
Right.
Once again, Mercury is the pixie in her lantern.
Yep. The little pixie in the lantern.
It's just I got a very, very bad feeling about this right now.
I don't think they're dead, but something happened here. Something's. Then again, there was also that weirdo who. There also was that weirdo who appeared with those bandits.
That's true. You never did find out what happened there. Hmm?
I almost forgot about that guy. What the hell happened to him? Where did he come from? Where did he go?
Where'd he come from? Where'd he go? Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure his name wasn't Kyle Joe.
Thank you for that. I was sitting here thinking to myself, "Don't start singing it. Don't start singing it."
Yeah, I will admit, I was also trying to
Avoid singing Copyright Joe.
Yeah,
I-
it's like a
I've
compulsion.
been waiting a long time, yo. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Kyle Joe. I have no idea what most of the lyrics are anyway.
that's all I know of it. So,
That's
well,
most of them anyway.
while the two of you are attempting to discuss what to do, the ground begins to rumble until the ground itself bursts up into this hand shape. And then it smashes into the ground and begins to pull itself up until it has formed into a massive earth elemental.
Oh, nuggets.
If you want to get through the gate that is there, the earth elemental is kind of in the way.
Yeah.
Well, this might as well fucking happen.
Right?
I don't know about you, but I want to team up with the rest of our group before we can't find anything like this.
It ain't anywhere, so might as well.
Let's see. So, making your way off towards the other direction then?
Yeah, basically heading to the center of the city.
All right. The two of you begin making your way that way. Let's see. So, Nuts, you are currently holding on to Katreya, and as you arrive in the center of the city, you notice a beautiful woman, completely made of water, in the fountain. She is dancing within the... Ooh, Nuts just disconnected. Maybe he... I hope he didn't just completely, I hope his internet didn't just poof.
Oh, we'll know in a second.
Yeah. I'm assuming his internet did, considering he didn't respond to that. So, because that was chess, and he did not respond to me saying, I hope his internet didn't die. So, I think it did. So while we're waiting for him to come back, let's go ahead and bring Dawn up this way, and we'll go ahead and just say that Ayla and the others have been making their way this way. So as you all arrive in the central fountain plaza, you witness a beautiful woman entirely made of water dancing in the center of the fountain. The the magical fountain itself. Yep. Oh, yep. There. Just poofed. The magical fountain seems to the water elemental seems to be absorbing the limitless flowing water that is coming out of the fountain, and slowly but surely is growing in size.
Obstacles.
Let's see. As for Cat, since she is unconscious,
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. Maybe.
Maybe.
Welcome back.
He's back in the call. I don't know if he's actually back. So as for Katreya, Katreya is currently, being carried over Nuts' shoulder. What's the best way to describe it? Oop, Wi-Fi crashed. Oof. Well, welcome back. Let's see. So you welcome back.
Yes.
We are glad that you're back.
Very much.
Welcome back. Yeah.
So, so Nuts and Katreya have arrived at the Central Plaza, where this water elemental is dancing in the fountain, seeming to be absorbing the water within the limitless water within the fountain. Katreya, you awake with a start. Almost like the best way to describe it is as though some kind of like nightmare or something, through you, like woke you up, basically, is what I'm trying to. Words.
The more appropriate reaction would be, yeah.
Words are hard for some reason. But yeah, you awake with a start because of either something in your mind or something that came to you, as like a dream while you were unconscious. Either way, like you awaken with this like fear kind of feeling,
Okay, I'm awake. Put me down.
Sorry.
Ah, Katreya, you're awake now.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts just kind of tosses her down.
Okay.
Ooh. Well, that was horrible. What happened to me?
No idea. I do not like this city, but I mean we can't leave because we're surrounded by desert. So,
I suppose we're SO as the saying goes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait, is that a giant water creature, or am I still in the nightmare?
No, I can see that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a relief.
Let's see. It is about this point where Don with the children and Ayla and Rin arrive at the central plaza here. So you can all see the elemental.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that's not concerning at all. Nuts is going to just casually walk right to his party.
So Don just speaks up. So they have them out here as well.
They have a what out here as well?
The elemental. You see the they had a fire one near the they had a fire one near the castle.
But these things are just everywhere?
I mean, did you see any others? Speaks
Well,
up.
I mean,
Sorry, do you want to go ahead?
yeah, well, I mean, there was a third elemental to get we came in yesterday. So we got more than, what, 3 of them, I guess it is?
Of all the times to be an attentive father.
Well, if there was an earth, too, that just leaves air.
Careful, you might careful. It might just might summon it. Speaking of it,
I mean, what, going to deal with an avatar or something?
I don't know. Sometimes things just show up.
Is the water elemental doing anything?
The water
I mean,
elemental is just sitting in the fountain, dancing. It hasn't paid any attention to any of you, it seems.
Are the fire and earth ones dancing by any chance?
The fire one kind of was. Can't really. Any news on the earth one?
Is the elaborate show for foreigners to grift us of coin or I am very confused.
I'm pretty sure an elaborate show would involve everyone disappearing everywhere and me being slapped into a horrifying nightmare state.
That's true.
Yeah, that is fair.
That's true. Let's see. Sorry, I need my DM info here. So I want everybody to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, at least my wisdom is decent.
Right. And while you're doing that, I just realized I need to get something that I don't technically have, but also I do have. I just have to. Do I not have that saved at the moment on my desktop? Let me
Oh,
bring
God.
Let's see. So we've got a 7 for Rin. Nuts got a 14. Katreya got a 21.
She's had enough. She's like, no.
That's a 21 for Don, and a 24 for Ayla.
24 for Ayla. All right. That sounds pretty good to me. I don't... Yeah, I did not save that file. Oopsies. I need to grab a file from a friend of mine who sent me something for this campaign. I just have to
That's not a good sign.
actually get a hold of it and download it and save it. I just forgot to do that before the session here. Because I just because I just forgot, honestly. No real other reason than just because I forgot to grab the file. So while I'm getting that, let's see here. So for all of your saves, what I can tell you is...
Well, I know mine sucks hardcore.
Say again?
Mine sucks hardcore.
Yeah, it definitely was not a great roll. That I will give you that much. Oops. That I didn't mean to do that. Sorry to the people watching who may have just had their ears blown out from that. that was me doing something on accident. I did something and the computer made like an error note, and so it's like whoopsies. I didn't mean for that to happen, and it wasn't anything bad. It just it made a loud noise, and I went whoops. I didn't mean for it to do that, or I wouldn't have done what I did, because I didn't realize it was going to make a loud noise when I did that. So, let's see. So, Rin and Nuts. The two of you hear a soft voice speak up and say, "Follow me if you want to survive."
What is this, the Terminator?
I'll note that the sound, you didn't hear this sound from anywhere in particular. It didn't radiate from somebody. It's almost like you heard the sound in your mind. you also have this sense of whatever the voice is telling you where to go. And what I can tell you is that it is telling you to go away from the from the elementals. Sorry, good grief. I didn't mean for... I just started choking out of nowhere there. I don't know why.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good now. It's just like out of
Okay.
nowhere, my body was just like, okay, time to choke. And I'm like, what? I don't know why that happened or anything. I just out of nowhere. It was just like my body was like, time to choke. So
Biology is fucked up.
So the voice is telling you to travel up in the a northwesternly direction, away from the two directions that you know are elementals, as well as away from the water elemental. But it seems like it wants you to go into this area over here. So the question now becomes, do you trust this voice? I see Nuts is booking it, so I'm going to assume he trusts it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
where-
listening.
Where are you guys going?
Thanks. And
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
that's what's screaming. I'm getting that. No, the elementals.
getting away from the elementals.
Everyone, follow us, please.
I mean, that makes sense, I suppose. Don't really have a better plan, so sure.
Right. Alrighty.
Alright, let's get a move on. Ayla, wash it. Alright, come on, kids. Ayla, keep the bag on you. Already on it.
Alrighty. You all turn and begin making your way down this this path here, to which, since you're all gathered together, if I can remember where the heck I put, here it is, party token. Whee! Hey, look, you're a party now. It's it is just easier to, bring everybody together like that. So you make your way down the alley. As you continue, or as you're making your way down, Rin and Nuts feel this, the voice kind of tugging them in different directions, going down different streets. You make it to this intersection here of 3 roads. And then the sensation of being, led somewhere, kind of ends. And then suddenly, oh, I hit the wrong button. A translucent figure appears in front of you all. She is a girl with long pink hair that she has tied up into this ponytail that goes way down her back. She's dressed up in this fancy dark pink halter style kind of dress. It's a long like skirt down to her legs. But the top portion, the top and bottom are separate. The top portion, it covers the front of her chest, but then it has this little gold like ring that goes around the neck, as well as a thin strap that goes around the back, and kind of ties, onto into the back there. When she appears to all of you, and for those of you who rolled high, you have this sensation that you get this sort of sensation that this is the thing that felt like it was knocking at your mind for a moment, that you managed to resist. Basically, in player terms, this is what you made the save against. The woman in front of you raises a hand and says, "Don't be afraid. My name is Akagi Rin. I suppose you can just call me Rin."
Yeah, I can feel it quick. Then as well.
She says, what you see before you is a projection of my spirit. The rest of me is trapped somewhere else at the moment.
Okay, good. You're not a ghost. That was the first thing I worried about.
Yeah. If you are saying that.
Yeah, Katrea says that out loud.
Yeah. She nods her head and says, "I'm not a ghost in that exact term, I suppose you could say.
You were a living person."
Yes. I am alive. Yes. I'm not. I as the DM am stumbling a bit, but also she's stumbling a bit at the same, in the same way. She says, "I'm more. You could say I'm the ghost of someone living, or a projection of my spirit, or something to that effect, I suppose. I'm not really sure the best way to describe what I am."
You're talking about astral. I'm quite familiar with that. That's fine. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
She says, "I'm sure you have," or well, no, she wouldn't say that because anyway. She says, "You've seen the elementals that have gathered around Netu. I'm trying to think how would she word what I'm trying to have her say. She'd say, the elementals that you have witnessed around Netu have been summoned here by someone seeking to break the bonds of a horrifying creature. As it stands, the elementals that you have witnessed here have appeared not only here, name escapes me all of a sudden. What was the name of the other city again? It was... What was it? It was the two cities. It was Netu and Kirasai. Found it. Okay. She says, the elementals that you have witnessed have not only appeared here in Netu, but also in Kirasai. Their purpose is to lay waste to both cities. The fire elementals are to burn away everything they can consume. The earth elemental is seeking to crumble and destroy the city. The water elemental will flood what remains, and the wind elemental will bring about a storm that will bring the whole of the city to its knees. During the night, I was able to use some of my power to evacuate most of the city. Unfortunately, there are many that I was unable to save, and now I am using what power I have left to speak with all of you.
I have possibly the solution for this. And Nuts cups his hands together around his mouth, or where his mouth would be, takes in a deep breath, and uses thaumaturgy to increase the volume of his shouts. Save your souls!
Alright.
Run! Save your souls!
Actually, a really good idea.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So you're essentially using thaumaturgy to broadcast a warning to anybody else in the city that they need to evacuate because of elementals. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
Where are you, and how do we find you?
So she smiles and says, did I write out? I don't remember. Hang on.
So how much time do we have before these elementals start their project?
So she can tell you that okay, that does not interesting. Okay, I don't have the name of that written down anywhere, so I don't think I have named it. So she will tell you that the elementals are currently gaining power. And now that you know about this one, I will put him where he is supposed to be, which is over here. I just have to get him over there. There we go. So yeah, there is an air elemental over in this area that you guys didn't see. Essentially, one elemental at each of the major areas, and then one here in the fountain, stealing the stuff. Sorry, for some reason my brain is just not wanting to say words. Let's see.
Brain pop. It's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, it's my brain is really my brain is like really foggy today for some reason. I don't know why. So right now the elementals are gaining in power. The fire elemental is currently consuming the the brick around the castle area. The earth elemental is basically, gathering up, earth, essentially. Wind elemental's doing the same thing. Water elemental's gathering, Anyway, but right now they're building. Right now they're building in power. You have roughly about 3 days before these elementals reach their full might, and together, kind of consume the two cities. She tells you that the elementals are being summoned by a powerful being that is attempting to break a seal. A seal that she herself aided in creating 100 years ago.
Ren, what's the probability of us managing to, I don't know, kill one of these elementals, and will they just be coming back if we do kill them, or... What I'm asking is, can we, would it be easier to just find who's doing this and stop them, or to stop the elementals?
She would definitely tell you that stopping the one who is doing it is definitely going to be the easier option. The elementals as they are now are already strong enough that you would need very strong magic to even be able to harm them.
Do you know where this summoner is propagating his magics, or do you know where the central node is?
She says, the person who is, powering and summoning these elementals is currently in, let's see, I seriously thought that I had named this, but apparently I have not. If I did, I don't know where I wrote the name down, because I cannot find it. Um, um, the person doing the summoning is currently in the lost city of Kefu. Khefu, which I did post in the Discord there. Partially for myself to remember to write it down outside of that, but also so that you guys have the name. But the summoner, she says, the summoner is currently where I am in the lost city of Kefu. If you travel to the north, you will arrive at a series of mountains. If you traverse those mountains, in the center you'll find the lost, destroyed city of Kefu. Within this city, two powerful beings have been sealed away. One, a being that I aided in sealing away, a powerful sorcerer of untold power. The other is a being that was sealed millennia ago by the god Thoth. She says, millennia ago, the god Thoth summoned the first of the Jinn to our world in an attempt to end a dispute between two gods. While it did end the dispute, unfortunately, the Jinn turned on Thoth and began to war against their masters. One of them, the powerful Jinn known as the Marid Iblis, was their leader, if you will, their king. When Thoth sealed the Iblis away, it caused the other Jinn to... well, what's the word?
Rampage?
It's not rampage, but like they kind of fell apart. You know, their armies, like without a leader, their armies fell apart. You know, they didn't have somebody to command them, kind of thing.
Disband.
Hmm?
Disband.
Yeah, more or less. The armies of the Jinn, the armies of the Jinn disband. The armies of the Jinn fell apart and disbanded, and with the power of several powerful mages, the majority of them were able to be sealed away within different objects, such as magical lamps, for example, as you may be familiar with legends of magic lamps that can summon genies. She says,
I'm familiar with a lot of magic legends, though many of them are bunk.
She says, the one attempting to break the seal is seeking not only to break the seal that she placed, but also to break the seal trapping the Jinn Iblis.
So, what you're saying is that we meet up with you and we all take this asshole down.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, that's about what she's insinuating. Yeah. She kind of nods to that. She says, it's not exactly meeting up with me, however, as my body has been. My body is part of the seal. As such, until as such, as long as the seal is active, I can only meet with you in this spirit projection form. She does say, however, she says, however, I can lead you to where you must go.
See, I'm not. I doubt you could tell, but I'm not from around here. So, I would very much like the assistance.
You know, there's actually a question to ask along those lines.
Okay.
Is this city actually lost and you happen to know where it is? Or is the city only metaphorically lost and everyone knows where it is?
So she can actually tell you that it's known as the lost city of Kefu. While people know where the ruins are, to put it simply, the mountains were created around and on top of the city, basically. You know, the god Thoth, kind of just brought the earth up and around the city. The exact, like, if there's an actual city place is lost, and she can bring you to, where they're at. But there are, like, ruins, a toppled building here or there kind of thing.
Ah, so this was a case of people giving their ruined cities fancy names to give them weight.
Right. It is more of a... It's more of a fancy name thing. But also, part of it is buried beneath the earth in a way, so... But yeah.
By the way, you're saying you can help get us there and guide us through some of the obstacles?
Yes. I can lead you here, and then once you're at the mountains, I can lead you through them and to the city itself. Getting through the obstacles will be something that you yourselves will have to learn to do on your own. There's only so much that I can help you with there, unfortunately.
Just getting us there is enough.
Yeah.
Well, time is of the essence, is it not?
It would seem as though time is of the essence, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is, yeah, that's basically what she'd say. Is like, yeah, I mean, we've only got, what'd I say, 3 days, I think I said, or was it 4 days?
3 days.
3 days.
3.
Well, if you got everyone to leave the town, we could appropriate a wagon to help us get there faster.
Mm-hmm.
And I know just the place.
My mind, not surprised.
Oh, do take us. I do not imagine it would take us too long. if we went there by foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You
I
really
mean,
want to go there on foot? All right.
No. No. I'm saying
Okay.
it would take longer if we went by foot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Take longer if you
Yeah.
want by foot.
So we'll
yeah.
go with the wagon idea.
Go with the wagon. Sounds like a plan.
That sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
and wouldn't be the first wagon I've stolen. Not
I
even
do
from here.
not want to know.
We're not stealing it. We're borrowing it to perform a service for the city.
Yes, but are we
What
returning?
do you
But
say?
do we intend on bringing it or the horses back? Not exactly.
You're not stealing. You're borrowing without permission.
Borrowing is temporary. This is supposedly forever. This is more than just borrowing.
Right.
Oh, we'll just chalk it up to expenses then. Cost of services provided.
Fair enough.
Besides, I'm not sure. Besides, I'm not sure if anyone here besides me can even talk to the horses.
That's a good point.
Wait, you talk to horses?
Felinas can
Are
understand.
you a druid?
Felinas can understand animals.
Yeah.
Felinas, Caninas, Kitsune, Maharlika to an extent.
Yeah,
I
actually, yeah.
How'd you know that?
Rin.
Yeah.
Equestrians. I think I'm leaving something out.
Hmm.
Oh, and the Koropaku.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
Koropaku can too.
Well, anyway, let's get a move on. We're burning daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Your lives must be very noisy. There's a lot of animals.
It's a lot of animals.
That depends on who you hang around.
Well, if you would not mind getting a cart for the party,
Mm-hmm.
I would very much like to go shut this down, so maybe I could get forgiven and not be chased.
Easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a stables on the way out of the city. Shouldn't
Yeah.
be hard.
Yep. Well, come along now.
Mm-hmm.
That includes you, kids.
Yep. Definitely a good idea to bring the kids along. So, you make
Why do I
your
have a sudden
way.
feeling of dread again?
What?
Why do I have a sudden feeling of dread again?
Don't worry, none of the kids are gonna die.
I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about you guys.
Wish I had your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta have this confidence to get tail like I do.
Hmm. Do I have? I don't think I have a. So let's see. You all make your way to all right.
Are we making our way downtown?
So you make your way to the remaining open gateway. You'll notice this gate here is not blocked by elemental
Yet.
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 You make your way to the remaining opening and begin to secure yourself, a horse, or would it be camel? Since desert?
A couple of camels and a wagon.
Yeah. Either way, you get yourself a wagon. Just as you're all, getting the wagon, just as you're finishing up, getting the wagon set up. You hear the sound of footsteps in the sand. When you turn to look up, you see in front of you the Dowager Felicity herself. She stands in front of your group, gripping her scepter. The perceptive of you, and by that I mean Dawn, with that 17 passive perception, will immediately notice that she is not herself. Her eyes are glowing this deep red color. And as she steps towards your group, she holds out her scepter and speaks. None will leave my city. All shall be sacrificed for the coming of the greater good.
I know some might consider. Shit, what was I about to say? Oh, there it was. All right, love. I know you're not that crazy. Who the fuck? Okay, love. I know you're not that crazy. So who the fuck am I talking to right now?
Let's see. She doesn't respond to that. Instead, she raises her scepter and says, "Come, my minions, rise from the sands."
Yeah, is everyone in the wagon?
Hmm?
Is everyone in the wagon?
No, not everybody is in the wagon.
We were still getting things put together.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
we're getting things put together.
So we can't just so unfortunately can't just run her over.
Can't just run over. From the sands come horrific looking chitin covered reptiles.
Shitting? I thought it was chitin.
Chitin?
Or chitin.
Chitin.
Chitin?
Chitin?
Chitin? I don't know. It's
I think it's
CH.
Titanus.
Chitinous? Chitin covered reptiles? I don't know. It's CH.
Yeah.
I've never heard the word, so I've just assumed
Yeah.
chitin because CH.
Mm,
But chitin,
No.
yeah, chitin makes sense too.
Yeah, well, from memory, chitin, or even chitin, is Greek. The ch is more of ch, like Chronos instead of Chronos.
Right, that's
Like
true.
knowledge. Just call it. Okay.
uh,
The person's
As
fucking
soon
everybody?
as
From
the
Boston Celtics?
minions come up from the sand. I think Nuts is going to cast a inflict wounds on the first one, just as like a. I'm skipping the dialogue here.
Right. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
I think that's melee touch, isn't it?
It is.
I think so.
It is.
I don't think you would have enough time before, because you wouldn't be able to get like a surprise attack on these things, because these things are already like prepped and ready to. Yeah, it's a one action touch, instantaneous. So yeah, you'd have to run up and touch them while they're kind of digging out, and I don't think you'd have enough time to be able to do that before they get out of the sands. But what I can tell you is that this is a perfect time for everybody to roll some initiative.
And it's just a straight D20.
D20 plus your initiative modifier, which should be a +2.
Initiative modifier is dexterity plus proficiency if you're proficient in it.
Right. I don't think. I think
That's a
you have to
+2.
take a feat to be proficient in initiative. Ooh, 7.
I forgot to put the closing one.
Yeah. Yep, you forgot to close the bracket.
That's 20.
20 for Don. I'm gonna say that the kids, the moment that these things start digging out of the ground, the kids are like jumping into the wagon kind of thing, you know? Trying to get...
I'd say Gallus, the one who's already out with an axe.
Yeah.
Takes after his mother.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sense of why they're not in combat, you know?
I usually
Dice
just
roller is. Oh,
I
go ahead.
usually, sorry, go ahead.
The dice roller isn't liking us today.
The dice roller is not liking any of you today. No, 7, or a 7 for
5.
Rin, a 6 for Cat, a 5 for Nuts.
And a 20 for Don.
Yeah, the two people that rolled real dice, me and Don here, got 20 and 13. So, but yeah, again, I'm mostly trying to excuse the fact that Ayla and the kids aren't in the fight, so.
I usually just see they're fighting their own group.
Yeah, that's true. They could be.
Rolling in chat for solidarity.
So, I believe that puts Don up. Oh wait. So as these and I have to describe these things just because of how horrifying these things look. They're these they're not gigantic because they are young Prothics, but they're these insectoid reptilian creatures with 4 long, sharp, pointy legs, like that they're long legs that go straight out into a point at the end. They have they only have 1 row of teeth, but their mouth is like half of their like head in length. They're completely covered in chitin. You know, from head to tail, basically. with very few bits, mostly their underbelly, that is not covered by the chitin. They have very sharp fangs. Very, very sharp fangs. And if you would like a current image, as in the current edition, 'cause these are technically, I think, the third edition version of the Krothics that I'm using as a token, because I think they look cooler. But the 5th edition versions just look kinda even more horrifying. And I'll just drop that link because for some reason it's not,
Zerglings look prettier.
Like that. That's awesome. That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I couldn't get just the image to load. My internet is not wanting to let me get just the image for whatever reason. But there, yeah, I put the link there, and maybe for those watching the stream, maybe I can. I cannot do it that way. I was gonna say maybe I can get the picture of it on here, and I think I can if I go a little complex route. There we go. That's what they look like in 5th edition. For those watching the stream, they look horrifying, just to say. I like that the 5th edition version, they have like little hairs.
That's worse.
That said, as these things, stand up onto their legs and get ready to fight, the Dowager Felicity raises her scepter again, and her form just kind of dematerializes and vanishes. And that...
Not like these.
Hmm?
I do not like these.
That, now that, because I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, Felicity is not supposed to be in this fight. You would die. So, now that Felicity is out of the way, now combat can begin with Dawn.
Alright. Alright then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. Got 5 here. Let's see, that's you see to go around. Okay, now it's just gonna do what a rogue does, which means back up behind the potential meat shields, and just pulls out its short bow and just shoots at young critical one.
All right.
Uh, 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh, 9 damage.
9 damage. How about that? He is down.
Oh.
Your arrow shoots forward right as one of the Krothics' are opening their mouth to extend out their horrifically long tongue and hiss, and your arrow just goes right into its mouth and stabs right out the back of its neck, and it collapses. Very good, very good. Good first move. Anything else?
Hello.
Don?
Anything else there?
That'd be
Don?
all.
That's it?
That'd be all.
Yeah, it didn't. If you had said that before, it didn't pick up on it. So, all right. So, unfortunately, everybody rolled low on their initiatives. When I rolled 13, I went, that's decent, but that means that most people are going to be ahead. Nope. Not at all.
Yeah, orange is a princess today.
So, Kruthic 2 is going to skitter across the sand, moving up to Rin here. And it's going to raise its leg up and stab with a 19 to hit.
I guess my AC 4. Well, sorry, not 4, 14.
You said you have a 14 AC?
Yeah, 14 AC.
Ouch.
Yeah. Oh,
So it's gonna hit you for.
I just noticed something.
Huh?
I do have Feline Agility. And I use that to dodge.
Let's see. Yeah, Feline Agility allows you to move. Yeah, well, that's the one that the Feline Agility. That's the one that lets you move at like twice your speed, right?
Well, when I'm on my turn combat, I can double my speed until the end of turn.
Yeah. Yep.
But theoretically, that could let me dodge at normal speed. In theory.
Maybe in theory, but it doesn't give you any kind of a dodge.
In which case, I'd have to use acrobatics.
So, plus you'd have to I guess it maybe as like a reaction, but that seems like it could also be a little strong to use the dodge action, because that the dodge action lasts until your turn, so that would be kind of powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately it doesn't really allow you to, dodge or anything. But you should be okay, because it's only dealing 4 damage to you, so.
I'm only a 1d8 for hit dice.
Yeah. Well, you.
Hit point max of 11.
Yeah. I mean, that's. Let's see, that's what? That still leaves you with 7, so it's still decent enough, That's.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is low level, so. I think everybody has low, like around 11, 14, such HP. So.
Don't worry, we'll get through this.
Yeah.
As level 1, where you're most likely to die of something random.
Yeah, at least it's not first edition, where, the old saying, don't get attached to your character until at least 3rd level. But yeah,
Oh, gods.
Everybody does have low HP, but that's also why it's not doing that much. It's only 4, so um, so so you took 4 damage. This guy is going to scurry on up to Nuts over here. And
Please
do
tell me
a
what he
little-
does.
Hmm?
Please do tell me what he does.
He's going to do a little stabby stab. But I'm assuming your AC is higher than a 10.
Aw. Yeah, I have a thing, though. But I
Uh-huh.
need to see if hits you. Ah,
Oof.
dang it. Okay.
That's a miss. Yeah. Sad.
It is sad.
Let's see. Krithik 4. One of these guys got 30. Well, I guess he can at least get up to you, too.
Please attack.
And now that there's 2 of them.
Back tactics.
Pack tactics. He has advantage. Not that that helped him at all. Let's see. I've got a 12 and a 12. I wonder which roll I'm going to take.
Okay, 12. And 12 again. And 12 again.
Could be enough.
Nope. AC 16.
AC 16.
Oh,
Oh, you
Thank
mean
you.
you rolled a total of 12?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Yep. They were both 12. So. Oh, this guy can't actually get up to anybody. I guess he will move 30 feet. And then... And then he's going to spend his action to scurry closer. And that's all he can do. Which brings Rin.
Oh.
and I'm be better off jabbing at one of these two little pricks instead of trying to shoot at one. I'd be better off jabbing with my spear rather than shooting with my light crossbow, wouldn't I?
Yeah, it definitely would be better because you're in melee range, so because you would have disadvantage on attacking with the crossbow since you're in melee range, so
Yeah. Unless you have to.
I mean,
I have to think about this.
yeah, I mean you got 2 cantrips. I don't know what spells you took, so but
I forgot to write them. So I still haven't decided.
Well, let me look. What class is it again?
Artificer subtype alchemist.
Artificer. So I can tell you what cantrips you could have. If you're going for combat, because of the fact that this is melee, you could have Thunderclap. Technically it's a range 5 feet, but that's also melee range, so it's a 1d6 thunder damage, and you would roll d20 plus your... Actually, what is it that Artificers
I think it
use?
doesn't have a saving throw instead.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
It has a dexterity saving
Compared
throw.
to each creature within
I
range.
think it hits everything within 5 feet. Or does it?
Yes. It's a... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's Sorry, yeah, it says range 5 feet, and that confused me. Yeah, it's a... So basically, it hits in, like, a circle around you. Let me see. I've got something I can use to kind of... stop scrolling, please. It would basically be something like this. You would drop Thunderclap, and it would hit everything that's 5 feet around you, so you could hit both of these Kruthiks. And they would make a saving throw based off of your spell save DC, which would be 8 plus proficiency plus intelligence. So 14. So they would have to make a DC 14 saving throw. And if they failed, it would do 1d6 thunder damage. There's also Shocking Grasp, which is you reach your hand out, make an attack roll, which would be 1d20 plus your intelligence of 4 plus proficiency. So 1d20 plus 6, basically. And then that would deal 1d8 lightning damage. Most of the other cantrips that deal damage are ranged spells, though, so...
5e tools, friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5e tools is a good site to use for finding everything. So... But yeah, I mean, if either of those spells sound good to you, you can take that for now, and then, you know, figure out after, you know, the session what you would actually have, so...
Yeah.
And honestly, though,
I'm going to just go.
Hmm?
I was going to say, go ahead.
Do you what?
Go ahead. You were going to say something?
Oh. I was just gonna say, because that's the attack roll is a +6 if you're doing the lightning, what was it, Shocking Grasp, and that's higher than your regular attacks.
Yeah.
Because you're a spellcaster, your best bet is to use spells. And the nice thing about cantrips is that once you cast them, you can still use them. You know, you have an unlimited amount of cantrip, basically. So it's only like the first level and up that you have limited of. So once you cast, if you use Shocking Grasp, you could then use it again next turn, and you don't use up mana or, spell slots or anything, so.
Yeah, I'm just writing down Shocking Grasp on the character sheet.
Okay.
So that sounds damn good.
Yeah.
Now, that's what, a 1d6? So 1d20 plus...
1d.
Isn't
it 1d8?
Yeah, the Shocking Grasp is a 1d8 lightning damage. And it's a d20 plus 6 attack roll. And also, if you hit they become dazed and can't take reactions.
Nope.
Reactions, but
Yeah.
they can still take actions, but yeah.
At least then you
Yeah,
can't.
I'm going to try
So
for the shocking
actually,
blast.
does that mean they can't freaking provoke a freaking opportunity attack then?
Yes, opportunity costs a reaction, which means that they can't opportunity attack you. Yes.
I'm going to try doing the shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp. All right. So let's see. So you've got two targets here. Krothic 5 and Krothic 2. Excuse me. That are both within.
I'm going to try and take out. I'm going to try and take out Prophet 2, the one right in front of me,
One right in front of you.
so I don't
All
get
right.
a chance to go early.
Alrighty. So a d20 plus 6. That is a 10. Ouch.
I just got the plus 6 on it.
So you reach your hand forward to attempt to shock the creature, and unfortunately, your hand lands on the chitin, and the creature doesn't even feel the shock. So, rip. That is a miss. They have higher AC than 10. Alright.
Bullshit.
Unfortunately, that's a low roll.
Should go much quicker. This round should be going much quicker
Yeah.
now.
And that's about all you can do, so. That goes to Cat.
All right. Well, I've got a plan, but it'll depend on whether or not I can hit Krothic 5 first.
Okay.
Let's see if the dice roller is favoring me now. I shouldn't have said that. I probably jinxed it.
That's an 8.
Yeah, I jinxed it. Okay, so I'm going to action surge and try again.
Okay.
I'm going to move actually over here like that.
Move over there. Alrighty.
Just maneuvering a bit and then trying to attack again.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, 22 is a hit. Very good. So what are you doing exactly?
She is stabbing it with a rapier.
Stabbing with a rapier. Alrighty. Give it the old stabby stab.
That is 13 piercing.
Yep, it's down.
Oh no! You killed the one I was gonna go. One of the ones I was.
Oof.
It's gonna be so cool too. Oh well.
Oh well. Yeah.
Well,
She pulls out a rapier and just skewer. She swings with the rapier, and it kind of deflects off the chitin at first, but then she brings it back around and stabs right through the underbelly. Very good.
She was maneuvering for a soft spot. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Nuts.
I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave.
Yeah, that'll work. They have to make saves.
Cube. 15-foot cube makes a con saving throw.
Yes.
So, aiming it at both of these guys.
Yep.
Well, so one of those is a synthetic 20.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
30-20.
And the second is a 12.
The second one does not succeed.
Second one fails. Okay, so go ahead and roll the 2d8 damage. The one that failed, the one that saved, still takes half damage. But the one that failed is going to take 2d8 and get pushed back 10 feet. So, 10 damage. Well, okay, so it doesn't matter that he gets pushed back because he's dead. But the one that saved is only going to take 5 damage instead of 10 damage. All right.
Yeah. And that should be it. I get much better things later on, I swear.
Oh, trust me, everybody right now is at that state of, I swear things will go better soon. First level sucks. Alright, Donna's up.
Alright. Check the map. Beautiful.
After the encounter is over, I'm gonna go get some food.
Okay.
Alright.
Like a plan.
Alright, he's just gonna move up.
Okay.
Let's see. They got 2 by that one, really.
Yeah. So moving there instead? Okay.
Yeah. And he's just gonna attack the young Krutik, and because he's got an ally within 5 feet, he can proc sneak attack.
Okay. Sounds good.
So just pulls out that rapier.
Lord Jesus really hates me today.
Say that again?
Jesus really hates me today.
Ah, yes. RNGesus.
Yes.
RNGesus seems to hate everybody on map tools. There's a reason a lot of us went back to, went to using real dice. Because we regularly had issues with map tools. Very regularly rolling low. So...
19.
Say again?
19 to hit.
19 to hit. That will definitely hit, so...
We're procking sneak attack. That's gonna be 13 damage.
13 damage. Yeah, he down.
Rogues are overpowered.
Oh,
I'm honestly impressed because most of my rolls are like 9s and 12s on my physical dice, and this is actually doing worse.
Wow.
I mean, just wait till he crits.
Right?
I
Wait till
know.
he crits.
Rogue crits are so powerful.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Kruthik.
There's just a lot of guys helping me in that.
This thing is going to take note of the fact that there are 2 people here. One of them reached forward, touched it, and did nothing to it. The other one stabbed its friend through the underbelly. So it's going to turn its attention to the one that did damage. How about a 16 to hit on Cat?
He swats its limb away with a rapier.
Nice. Alright. Alas, it does not have pack tactics because its buddies are gone, so I can't do anything about that. Yeah, it's gonna just snarl. And Rin's turn.
Let's try for a shocking grasp again.
Sure.
Yeah, it's got the better chance of doing high damage compared to anything else I've got.
Yeah. That is an 11.
It's still doing my freaking light crossbow or even spear.
Okay, I'm gonna say the odds of these rolls are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That
Again,
is like
there's
7 rolls, no higher than 5.
There is a reason why I chose to, instead of going for attack roll spells, went for save roll spells.
Save
Save
spells,
rolls.
yeah.
That's
I mean, I
true
just use
too.
I just use a different dice roller.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that I use real dice instead of map tools, because for some
I
odd
think
reason.
I'm gonna go back to just rolling my die.
Yeah, I swear
Yeah,
I
if
don't
I'm
know
like-
how map tools does its random number generation, but I swear that it aims more for the lower numbers than the higher, because every person that has ever used it in one of my groups almost always
I've been
gets nothing
correct.
but low rolls with the map tools rolling. It's ridiculous.
The last game I got like a 20 or so.
That's true.
But yeah, I think it's mostly an outlier, that one.
I'm in the middle of a D&D session.
Alright. So, Rin attempts another shocking grasp. Unfortunately, she, doesn't... She just... yeah, she misses. Cat.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stabity this thing again.
Okay.
Actually, since the rest of them are dead, I can freely move around and do this
Yeah.
and get
yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
I will take that advantage. Thank you very much.
Get that flanking advantage. That's definitely
She's
a good
gonna
idea.
try and stab it in the booty,
Okay.
if it even has a booty.
That's a good point. Does it have a booty?
Probably a correlation.
It probably
I
has
say go-
something.
I say go back to rolling physical dice, and then I roll a 3 and a 7 with advantage.
Wow.
That is a 12 to hit total.
It's a 12 to hit total. You get behind it, you bring your rapier around, and the Kruthic just swats your rapier with its tail.
My situation did not improve.
Hey, Nuts, maybe you can do something.
This is just nuts.
This is just nuts, yeah. This is nuts.
Apparently, the dice gods just do not want me to roll high.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, these things have, like, high AC just to begin with for being a low-level creature, which is unfortunate, but, like, the chances that not only are you gonna miss, like, 20 rolls here, you know, through the program, but also physically, it's like, what the...
Physically roll dice with advantage and still miss.
Yeah. Also, it's possible... I heard Chess talking to somebody about something. He may have gone AFK.
It could have had a...
Because I think
RL
he got
issue?
called...
Yeah.
I think basically he got called for food. And he was... Because I
Yeah.
heard, like, I'm doing D&D right now. And
Because
then,
yeah, food break was mentioned, so
Yeah.
that's probably what happened.
Probably.
Yeah.
So we go to Dawn. And then... I swear to God, if Dawn doesn't kill this thing.
Oh, it's my turn again?
Yes, because Nuts Chess is AFK. Oh, maybe.
Yep.
Did he just come back? I saw a flash on his mic, but I didn't hear anything.
There we go.
So.
I heard something.
Oh. I saw a flash on the mic, but I didn't hear anything, so. Chiss?
I heard something, but I couldn't make it out.
Yeah. I think you might just be AFK. Alright, so Don. We'll let Don go. And then maybe Chess will be back.
Anyway, 18 to hit.
18 to hit. Alright.
Okay. Let's see. That'll be 11 damage.
11 damage. Yep, that's it. He is down. Very good. They didn't get off nearly as much damage as I had hoped. Oh well.
You got one or two good shots in.
Yeah. They got it. Welcome back.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Thank you. Did I take any damage?
No. Nope. The Kruthic went after Cat and missed, and then Cat missed. Don managed to succeed at killing it. So. Alright. Well, with the Kruthics dealt with, you're able to turn your attention back to prepping the wagon again, and getting it going. So, let's see. How about...
Hey, so Don, why the hell is your girlfriend trying to kill us?
Judging from the look in her eyes, she's possessed. Well, the look in her eyes, the sound of her voice, and her diction.
Makes sense to me. I'm sure we can investigate when we come back.
If it's still there by the time we come back, for all we know, us clearing for all we know, clearing up this issue might end it.
One can only hope.
That too. Bah,
Yeah.
let's...
Your wagon prepped and ready to go. You head on out from Netu and off to the north.
The north.
Now, unfortunately, I don't have any kind of overworld map. But
Oh.
just imagine that north of you, off on the horizon, you can see this large mountain range. And not exactly a lot of stuff in between. There's a lot of, nothing for miles around you.
Just big open desert.
Big open desert. Oh, yeah.
Don is just being the one who's gotten the camels.
Yeah. Speaking of, I would like Don to make an animal handling roll.
I have Ayla assist him.
Okay.
Well, she gets a 22.
22? Alright. Yeah, you're good then.
Okay, let's say she's the one driving then.
um, either way, you carry on, heading towards the north, towards the mountains, you know.
Something to note.
Hmm?
Since we're riding in a wagon, that would count as a short rest.
Yes.
Rin could get hit points back by spending a hit die.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'll try that.
To roll a 1d8 and then add your constitution modifier, and that's how much you heal.
Well, my constitution is +5. That'll bring it to 15 over 11.
Right. So I mean, you can only go to your max. But yeah. Yep, you're back to full health.
Yep.
So.
All better.
Yeah, that's me. Just my constitution.
Just from your constitution.
If I could just roll with constitution, I would have healed some full.
That's true. Well, you're not adding your proficiency to that. You're just adding the +3.
My constitution says +5.
Yeah. You're looking under the saving throws, I'm assuming. If you look on the left side where it says Constitution 17, you'll see that it says +3 under that. So.
I was wounded.
Say again?
I was healed more than I was wounded.
Yeah. It's still more than you're wounded, so. Because it's what?
Still back to
6.
full.
So. But. That is always a nice thing that you can stop and do. And some DMs will tell you, you have to roll, you have to declare it and then roll that. I just say, roll 1, add it, and then if you feel like you need another, roll another, add it, until you feel like you're good. And then at that point, then you can just stop, I mean, right now we're level 1, so you've got a whole whopping 1 hit die. So you can only roll 1 per long rest. But later when, get to level 2 and 3 and such, you'll be able to roll more. And you'll want to, make sure that you don't want to spend too many hit die at a time, right? So, just something to keep in mind, because
during a typical game day, we usually take, I'm going to say, probably between 2 and 4 short rests. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, about that, I would say.
But with stuff like, spending time sitting around, riding in a wagon, stuff like that.
Right. Sorry, I don't know why my throat is.
I overhealed.
Yeah, it happens.
Yep.
It do be like that sometimes, so. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find something, but I'm, not finding what I'm looking for. Maybe it's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Because I am just trying to find how something works. Except that I am having I'm having quite the time finding what I'm looking for. Oh, okay, here it is.
Be right back. I need to tool off for a tick.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to be sure. do. So your group continues along, or I should say, sets off for the mountains. As you are traveling via wagon, you are all able to see Rin here, who I need to make big.
Sorry, my power went. Trip.
Oops.
Oh no.
That didn't really do what I wanted, because it's hard to see that in the sand. I wanted a thing that could make it so that she looked like ghostly, but I don't really have anything like that. I'll just give her
And
like...
we're back.
Huh?
And we're back.
I'll just give her like
I'm back at computer.
Okay, welcome back. So as you're traveling via your wagon, you are led by Rin's spiritual projection towards the mountains. Let's see, traveling towards the mountains takes you a good bit of time, honestly. In fact, it takes you long enough that by the time you reach the edge of the mountain range, it has become sunset. As you stop, as your wagon comes to a stop here by the mountains, Rin will Rin's gonna suggest that you take that you travel the mountains during the day, to take a rest, for the night, be ready for what's to come the next day, basically.
Are there dangerous creatures at night?
Rin would say it's not so much that there's anything particularly extra dangerous. It's just, it might be best if all of you are rested up and ready. Once you've arrived at the Lost City, I can't guarantee what all you will encounter.
I mean, not to mention, not exactly all of us can see in the dark.
Yeah, that's
That
a
is
good
true.
point. That is a good point. So,
Sorry, I forget about that sometimes.
Is not for non-felines.
right. But yeah, that it basically. But yeah, basically she's suggesting taking a long rest. And being prepped for the morning. And as the DM, I will say that mostly this is my excuse for a good breaking spot before you guys head off into the mountains. You know,
It also sounds like a good plan, so
right? Yeah,
tackle it fresh, as they say.
tackle it fresh. Oh yeah. So, yeah, you all stop, unpack, supplies and things, and, oh, right. Your initiative is tied to the small tokens, because I did that on accident. Not the big tokens. Whoopsies. I didn't even know you could delete full tokens through the initiative thing. That's interesting. Because I just deleted Cat's tiny token somehow. There. I've moved the initiative over to the proper tokens. I cleared initiative on your tokens like 3 times, and then was like, why is this not clearing? But yeah, this seems like a good spot to basically end this session at.
So we'll set up a little camp, basically.
Yeah.
Get a fire going, that sort of thing.
Right. You can all, take some time, get yourselves a little camp going, and, rest for the night, prep yourself for the morning to come. So, yeah, sorry, I was just trying to think of a better way of just, ending than just, well, I guess we end here, but my brain is just not coming up with anything else to say, so. So yeah, this will be this is the, this is the break, and next session, next week probably, when we come back, it'll be off into the mountains to see what lies there. So, so for those watching the podcast, we hope you all enjoyed. And next session, things are going to get interesting. For you players, before next session, go ahead and get yourselves leveled up to level 2.
Ooh.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
but yeah, so we're using, I think I mentioned before that we're using milestone experience, but I don't remember. Instead of giving you experience from fights, we're going to use milestone. And this is the milestone, so you're good to level up to level 2 before next session. So.
And are you allowing multi-classing?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yep, multi-classing is good to go. You are free to multi-class. So.
I mean, that's what I've done.
But yeah, those at the stream, thanks for coming out. Those watching the podcast on YouTube, thanks for watching. And to all of you who are watching in any form, we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I was gonna say, everybody else. So, all right.